Hey everyone, welcome back to The Way It Is, and I am your host, Luke Analfato with Remax Service First Realty here in Kingston. So, September 22nd, we're recording this to air tomorrow. Vaccination Passport Day, people, in Ontario, whether you like it or not. So, get some proof, get some jabs, do whatever you got to do, but that's the way of the world now. So, and of course, we have an election that has been declared, even though there's still some mail-in ballots that haven't been officially counted. So I know everybody's been saying what really happened, why did this happen, and I'm not here to create a political furor here, but what really has changed? Well, on the surface, some people think that nothing changed because essentially the seats remain the same, minority government, da-da-da-da-da. However, I do believe, and I will argue the tenet that now the Liberals do have a mandate and a check and a safety valve, or not a safety valve, sorry, but a accountability check now with the other parties to actually start doing some of these things that they said they were going to do. So childcare, front and center. Dealing with the climate change, some of the platforms, housing, those things are going to come out. So at least I think now we hopefully with the other parties holding the Liberals to account might actually see some real policies and some real change. We'll see. What does that mean for the market and the fall market? Well, since Labor Day and since schools went back, we have actually seen the market uptick. There's no question about it. And that's historically something that I can say over 33 years is pretty consistent. We've noticed it in our own internal system with the number of properties that are coming on the system, the number of sales that are getting recorded. And I know in all my travels and on the golf course, everyone says, what's the market like? Is it petering out? And it's not. It's still very active, still a lot of things happening. And of course, these all come with caveats, right? Or with asterisks, meaning that there's always the sweet spot. There's people that are trapped between that $350,000 to $600,000 range now, I'm going to say, because when a place comes on at $399,900 or $499,900, they are still selling for $550,000, $580,000, $600,000. Okay, so that is still happening. I printed out a little graph here, actually, which is very interesting, though, which again explains why the market will continue to stay strong, why the bottom's not going to fall out. And you've heard me say it time after time, ad nauseum, there is a shortage of supply. And if you listen to any real estate commentary or any real estate pundits, that's the underlying theme. I've said it from day one. I've said it for the last 10 years to anybody that would listen. So here's a little stat graph that I pulled off of our system going back from 2016 to 2021. And here we are. It goes from January to December, but obviously we just finished August. So in 2016, active listings in August was 1,100. In 2017, 692. 2018, 652. 2019, 606. 2020, 517. And in 2021, 304. So there you go. There is the reason why the market is doing what it's doing. We're actually down, well, almost 50% from 2020 and virtually 80% from 2016. So therein is the rub of why we're seeing what we're seeing. That coupled with interest rates. People are saying, well, interest rates are going to go up now and they're going to creep up. Just talked to a CIBC mortgage person yesterday. Their variable rate just dropped to 1.33%. Fixed 5-year went from 2.09 to 1.99. So again, that is, the money is cheap if you can get it, and there's no inventory. So The big unknown and the variable here is the demand, and how long will the demand last. But we know there's demand because that's what everybody talked about during the election, is that it's an affordability thing. People want to buy houses, and there's people out there trying to buy houses. They just can't afford them, the pricing right now, and they can't get them. Now, I'm not saying that in August things didn't peter out a bit, because they did. It wasn't as crazy as it was back in March, but that, and I talked about that already. It's because of entered phase 3. People were getting vaccinated. People wanted to have a summer. People wanted to go away. And frig, all you got to do is look on your social media feeds, and I'm sure you follow somebody that's been to PEI this summer, or Nova Scotia, or BC, or wherever. People were friggin' going everywhere. So people's priorities changed, and that's what happened. But September, we're seeing that return to normal. People are back in their routines, trying to keep their kids safe, going to school, going to jobs, all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. Just a bit of a sort of roundup, if you will, to kick us off for the fall. And yeah, of course, as always, if you have any questions or want any information, or if you want to appear on the podcast, I never said that before, because we're always looking for guests and topics and ideas. So don't hesitate. You can either give me a call, send me an email. I'd love to talk. Thanks, and we'll talk to you next time.